Hello and welcome. My name is Meepolis, the he, she, and today we are looking at and talking about Allergic by Wagner Lloyd and Michelle Mee Nutter, published by Scholastic in 2021. Content notes for this middle grade graphic novel include mother is pregnant, giving up a pet, needles, allergic reactions, dead pet fish, and best friends fighting. Clicking over to her website, Megan self-describes as, quote, the author of the best-selling kids graphic novels Allergic and Squished, co-created with illustrator Michelle Mee Nutter, and the Super Pancake Kids graphic novel series, co-created with illustrator Abhi Auer. Megan is also the author of the children's novel Haven, A Small Cat's Big Adventure, the picture book Finding Wild, illustrated by Abigail Halpin, and several more picture books. She lives with her family in the Washington, D.C. area, end quote. And moving along to their LinkedIn profile, Michelle Mee Nutter describes themselves thusly, quote, over the years, I have taken the time and determination required to create work across both illustration and design. My work has spanned from editorial illustration to brand advertising. I'm extremely passionate about the worlds I create through illustration while pushing effective design simultaneously. Being an illustrator has been a dream of mine for as long as I can remember, and my background in graphic design has only elevated my knowledge and know-how. My work has become an all-consuming passion that is remedied by running, reading, and listening to way too many podcasts. End quote. Keywords that came to mind reading Allergic were puppies, disappointment, growing pains, oldest sibling, babies coming, neighbors, school, and allergies, of course. The summary is, quote, a coming-of-age middle-grade graphic novel featuring a girl with severe allergies who just wants to find the perfect pet. At home, Maggie is the odd one out. Her parents are preoccupied with getting ready for a new baby, and her younger brothers are twins and always in their own world. Maggie loves animals and thinks a new puppy to call her own is the answer. But when she goes to select one on her birthday, she breaks out in hives and rashes. She's severely allergic to anything with fur. Can Maggie outsmart her allergies and find the perfect pet? With illustrations by Michelle Mee Nutter, Wagner Lloyd uses inspiration from her own experiences with allergies to tell a heartfelt story of family, friendship, and finding a place to belong. End quote. Reading through this book at a point long beyond my own middle school experience, it felt to me that Allergic does an excellent job of capturing the high-stakes nature of this scenario for a young person. To say it in the most tired old person language, IDK, I am what I am. Importantly, it didn't feel like it jumped into the realm of the cartoonish. All of Maggie's hopes and fears felt very natural and justified. That said, not the most all-ages friendly middle-grade targeted graphic novel I've ever read, although plenty of my friends on Goodreads could relate or generally appreciate. The art and page layouts are also very immersion building and kept me very engaged. Looking at the spectrum and intersections of diverse representations, falling outside of the narrow and generally unattainable band of perfect able-bodiedness is the main focus of the story. I felt like Allergic did a pretty good job of balancing information with story, and we also got a side character, Sebastian, who has food allergies, which fill out the story even further without laying the entire burden on our main character. And while I find it a bit odd that in this age of allergy awareness, class pets with fur would still be a thing, that felt slightly contrived. That said, I liked how Lloyd expands on the emotional and social impacts of Maggie's allergies, because disabilities aren't just about the facts, figures, and tests. That said, is it really too much to ask for depiction of a mobility aid? Allergic also includes a variety of skin tones. Our main character is biracial, and there are headscarves to be seen in school scenes. That said, race/ethnicity/religion does not seem to impact the story at all, unless it's why Maggie's parents are having 4 children in this economy, which it might be. Speaking from my own experience in conservative Christianity. Class also felt very glossed over. Gender was binary, although I don't feel like we got super polarized gender roles. That said, the sexuality represented gave a strong hetero agenda. And before we conclude, I will add a somewhat unique note about this book, namely it is not a guide to pet ownership. Some discussion of the ethics of pet ownership and responsible pet ownership should probably accompany this book. So to wrap things up, I thought this book was good. So 3 stars it is. Bye y'all, keep reading and organize to end capitalist oppression. And as always, Literally Graphic is created on land that should be given back to the traditional landholders, which in this case is, to my knowledge, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, non-Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation.